Hi, I'm Patricia Allingham Carlson, and this is my video of how I painted Sister Wolf. I've painted quite a few wolves before, just because they're beautiful creatures, but I've never painted one that I thought was very female looking. So this will be my first girl wolf, or female wolf. Coming off a very intensive watercolor, where I pushed myself to learn new things and really tried something different, I wanted to paint something that would be simple and familiar, and a wolf was perfect for this. I took a fairly easy front approach, and then I just went with the fun. I painted mostly very loosely to start, with a big brush and a nice thin point. I hope you have some fun when you try it too. Now let's paint. I started out with sticks, and they made me think of the wolf. And then I drew in with my brush a basic diamond shape. Wolf's general presentation from the front is the shape of a diamond, with the eyes in the middle of the diamond. I marked in where the ears were set. I marked in some basic colors with yellow ochre, burnt sienna, and indigo. And then I came in with some sepia to define some darker areas. Now, wolves are very furry creatures, so after blocking in my basic colors, I mainly worked with brush strokes indicating hair. Some people don't realize that the ears are set down from the top of the head. They don't come out of the top of the head because the wolf continues backwards into his neck and his back. So they're set down lower. Next time you do an animal, take a look at how the ears are set. It took me a while to figure that one out. Now I found I made the ears a little too short, so I took the color out and made them the right size. Here I'm bringing in a little bit of color called Purple Lake, just because I like the color and I like how it plays off the burnt sienna and almost makes a mauve type of coloring. You can see I'm using indigo, which is quite blue. But I'm enjoying the color use, and I'm enjoying how it makes the wolf feel very alive and lively to me. I say play with colors if you want to. What have you got to lose? And if it's too strong, you can always lift it with a little bit of water and a paper towel. So I'm looking at a picture of a wolf, and I'm trying to show the pattern of growth of the fur. I've observed in a lot of animals, the fur pattern seems to almost radiate from between the eye and the nose area. So going upward from there, it grows up, and as it moves around the face, it grows outward, almost like the rays of the sun formation. The nose of an animal is sort of wet and shiny and curved. So I try very hard to show the outline of the nose being dark and leave a glowing light area. Now those blank eyes are starting to bother me. So I'm taking my time trying to get them level with each other so one eye isn't higher than the other, and outlining them with a nice dark color that I'll fill in as I go along. One of the pretty things about animal eyes is they almost appear to be outlined with black eyeliner, which really makes them stand out. After I get them in the right location, I first add the color to the eye itself. Now this color is darker at the very edges and gets lighter as it moves inward so that the eyes appear to glow. And that's what you want in your animal creatures as well as your people. You want beautiful, lively, glowing eyes. I keep correcting to make sure that the eyes are going to be level. And then I adjust numerous times before outlining the eyes with dark. The eyes are now dry on the interior, so I'm putting in the pupil and marking it carefully. Once it's in the right location and looking straight ahead, in both eyes and centered, then I begin to mark it darker and to outline the eye. Do you have a side that you'd rather work on than the other side? I wonder if it has to do with which hand you use when you work. Painting in the left eye is a lot easier for me than painting in the right eye. But I can move my arm around and compensate. I could also tilt the paper and turn the paper. Now I move down and continue the mouth. I don't want to make the wolf look like it has a big dopey smile on its face. So I'm being very careful not to curve the lips up into some sort of artificial smile. I also continue to work the fur around the eyes. There are some white markings around there, but then there are some darker ones as well. So I'm carefully shaping where the darks go and where the lights go. Meanwhile, putting some vermilion into the fur just to add some lively color. Here I'm using indigo to make in some of the darker markings around the eyes. It certainly does give the eyes some more expression. At this point, I've softened the hair at the top of the head. I've wet the paper, and I'm bringing in a mixture of indigo and Hooker's Green Dark to show some soft color in the background. I didn't want bright green, but more of a sage green. And I think this is fading in and out very nicely to give a natural appearance, working wet on wet and leaving some light or white areas. A little bit of yellow ochre in there too. On the lower right side of the wolf, he's standing against the forest. On the left side, his body continues. So I'm just softening the right side with a little bit of purple lake and then some green. The left side gets more fur coloring. Softening the ruff beneath the chin. Deepening and brightening some more of my colors around the painting. I'm darkening and structuring the nose a little bit more, looking carefully at my photographic reference, showing how the nose goes in on the sides, down on the bottom, and there's a little glow around each nostril. There's also a glow across the top where the nose curves back into the muzzle. I'm shading around the eyes and the white fur so it's not stark white, but a beautiful blend of colors like a wolf has. adding more fur into the forehead of the wolf, and continuing to darken the eyeliner around the eyes. The last big part to tackle is the ears. That white is just too white and needs fur stroked into it with fur type strokes. I'm blending out where the ear opening is and darkening that as well. So burnt sienna, yellow ochre, and indigo for the ears, and then adding the fur strokes. Continuing to blend the nose just a little bit more, and it's pretty close to being done. Touches of bright vermilion, again, to make it come alive. And here I'm adding a little bit of emerald green. And I liked how that looked. It also tied it into the green of the background. I hope you enjoyed my video, Sister Wolf. It would be awesome if you'd hit a thumbs up and rang the bell in the links below so you can subscribe and not miss any future videos. There's some more links too below, to my Facebook page, to my art products page, to my blog, and to some of the art products that I like to use when I'm creating my art. Wishing you all a happy holiday season, a great winter season, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next video.